right. Hello, class. So today's activity, you're going to do a Desmos activity in Google Classroom under the Classroom tab. Here's Marble Slides Lines. You're going to go ahead and click on that link, and it's going to welcome you to this activity. Now, I already accidentally started, but it's going to ask you to enter your first and last name. Go ahead and type your first and last name so I know exactly who you are. This slide 1 is going to ask you, well, it's just going to provide some instructions here on the left side. So your goal is to get all the stars. And then if you see, if I click launch, it drops down a line of balls. All right, and it hits all those stars. So anyways, you can see how that works. So I'm going to click next. And this time, let me change this back to how it originally was. It's going to provide you this equation, all right? And if I click launch, you notice that line does not hit where the stars are, so we want to move the line so that the ball will hit the stars. Okay, so what we're going to do is I want to think about, well, the equation of the line has two components. It has your slope and it has your y-intercept. So which one do I want to change so that the line hits, goes through those stars, basically? Well, let's see what happens when I change the slope. So I'm just going to plug in a value m to represent slope. And you notice as the slope gets larger, my line gets steeper, right? As the slope gets smaller, well, this is a negative slope, but when the slope is between the values of 0 and 1, that's when it becomes less steep. All right, but the slope of the line is not going to help me hit all those stars. So I'm going to change the slope back to what it originally was as 1/2. And now this time I want to think about, well, what happens if I change y-intercept? So I'm just going to say that's some value b. And as you can see, when I change the y-intercept, I'm moving my graph up and down. And I want to think about, well, what should that value of b be so that it hits those stars? Okay, well, let's say b should be about -2. Let's go ahead and plug that in and launch my balls. And there we go. It's hit all the stars. So this is how it can kind of determine what the equation of the line should be. As you go through this activity, it will provide you more instructions. All right, so make sure you read through those instructions and you can follow along. Now, I want you to know that every equation you type should be in the slope-intercept form. And you can edit this on the left side, okay? So here you want to think about, well, what should my line be so that it goes through the stars? And really one way you could do this is you could think about, well, what's the slope if I were to plot this line, okay? Draw a line through the stars. What would your slope? Well, notice I'm going up 1 to the right 2, up 1 to the right 2, up 1 to the right 2. So our slope should really be 1/2. And then there's our y-intercept. And you could work your way backwards to identify the y-intercept should be 3. Okay, go ahead and launch and it will go through. Awesome, success. All right, so then you might notice something like this. Change one number in the row below to fix a marble slide. Well, if we launch it how it is, notice those last two stars are not reached, okay? So what we're going to do instead is my slope looks okay and my y-intercept looks okay, but we have this new component right here. This is called the range, okay? You've worked with inequalities before. And what happens is my range, well, this just defines my value of x. So notice if I did not have any range, okay, my line continues on forever. And that's how we normally graph linear equations. However, if I want my line to stop at some point, I have to show that x should be any value less than 8. And so this is where my line stops when x is 8, right there. And now if I launch these marble slides, oh, that almost worked. So then you're going to try playing around with these values of x to see where should my line stop. Now, let me think what else I need. Oh, when you write your domain, make sure you do use the squiggly brackets. If you use any other type of bracket like these, it will not work. Okay, so make sure it's squiggly brackets X. You could say X is less than, you could say X is greater than, you could say X is less than or equal to. And how I did that is on my keypad, I press the less than sign and the equal to sign, and that's what you get. And then we always have to state some number. All right, you guys, I want to show you kind of some more activities you'll see. So something like this activity is when you're going to have to write multiple equations. So think about one equation that will go through those first 2 stars, and then maybe it will stop about right here, and then write another equation that will reach those other 2 stars, okay? All right, so continue on as you get more into the lesson. You're going to see more challenging problems, and just read the directions. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much for tuning in.